Hi, Boopsies. Hi. It's me, Tony Bomboni, ASMR. Welcome back to your recorded video. This is your video because you're awesome, and this is your channel because you're awesome as well. To help support this channel of yours, if you want to subscribe and tap the bell and hit all notifications. If you're new here, it helps support my journey to keep producing content for you. I do also have a website called tonybomboni.com, and even with all this inflation, I still haven't raised my prices yet, so get an opportunity to get on board while it's still pretty cheap, okay? But the cheapness does not discredit my services and how good they are, okay? I'm just doing that because I'm trying to get as many people on board to book as possible, all right, while they can. So, we don't know. We don't know how much prices are going to increase in our life sometimes. Maybe it's going to get so crazy one day I'm not able to do what I do anymore, all right? So I'm trying to make it work while I can and stretch it out while I can and reach out to as many people as I can. So those coupon codes are for you to, on top of that, get a discount for an already discounted rate, okay? But if things continue down this course, I will announce in a newsletter. That's why it's so important to sign up for my newsletter on my front page of my website, tonybomboni.com, so you can get updates. I don't spam or send unsolicited emails. I do send one maybe once every 2 months, let's say, on average, when I have something to say. All right, so thank you for everyone booking. I'm all caught up with bookings now as of today, officially, finally. Worked 6 days in a row to just catch up, but I'm all done. It's a grand relief. So expect your reading within a day or two to your email inbox, all done from the comfort of your home. You do not video call or phone call me or text me. It's all done for your convenience. I send you the unlisted YouTube video link of your recorded session to your inbox within a day or two of booking. It's so easy, convenient. All right. So, Boopsies, this video is all about, yes, just as the title says, the inflation, the through the roof price increases on everything for everyone globally. Like, it's been cray, okay? And I'm not here to give my opinion on it. Nope. I'm not here to even state the facts. Nope. I'm just here to comfort you through all this crazy hot mess. All right. I'm here to provide that service of being a friend to you through this difficult time. I'm hearing from left, right, and center, all sorts. Even ASMR artists been messaging me, viewers asking for help. Oh my God, it's been wild. Like, I'm seeing the look of dread and despair and fear and discourage. It's really sad, like, in people's eyes when you go in public in the store, and it's like you can sense it. You can actually vividly, and I'm already a hypersensitive person, but this is like, it hit me like a brick. Like, yeah, you can slice through the tension in the air when you walk in a grocery store or in like a gas station okay? People are feeling the pinch of the pain. It is undeniable. You cannot you cannot deny it anymore, okay? You cannot avoid it. You cannot ignore it. You cannot deny it, okay? Like, it actually upset me for so long that people, even months before, like, were denying it, regretting it, ignoring it, thinking things are going to be okay or get better. Yeah, sure, they will eventually, duh. Like everything else, we all have like waves of up and downs in our life. Recessions, depressions, crises. 08 was like hell, but this is like that times 20, I think it's going to be. And that's my opinion, allegedly. But like I said, I'm not here to give my take because I understand the differing viewpoints and I respect everyone. I like to hear different opinions. So if you have a different opinion, please leave it in the comments below. Do you think it's going to get better very soon? Or, like, do you think it's going to get, like, kind of thing, right? So do let me know, but I like to remain neutral on this channel because I respect everyone has different beliefs and experiences in life. And, I like to listen to people who are like 60 and up because they have the most experience. They've been through what? Haven't they been through like a war or something? Or is that 80 and up? My point being is they've been through more crises. They've seen the waves and the flow of history. So, again, I'm going to get to comforting you. Hold on, Poopsie. I'm getting to my point. But I do want to talk about it first because I've never actually openly addressed the specific subject or issue. And I feel like it's gotten to a point where I've purposely kept quiet too because this is a place of peace, a relaxation. But like, you cannot suppress the volcano from popping, right? It's going to come out eventually. So I feel like this is that one video for you that this is not everyone's cup of tea. I get it. Not everyone's going to like. They want to click away because they don't want to like talk about such a subject. Okay, if you want peace today, please go back to yesterday's video or the day before. I have thousands of videos literally. So I think I'm at like what, over 2,000 now maybe on this channel alone. In the last 10 years. So you have 10 years of content, honey. You can watch back on, you can click on. Hold on, my throat is getting a little dry, honey. Hold on, give me a moment. I gotta get my cup of coffee. All right, there we have it. All right. And, I may have been looking a little bit stressed out lately, but that's for good reason because it's not easy. Like, even in the United States, like, people think like, oh, you have it so good. You live in your baddest, bougiest lifestyle, and oh, you must have it nice. You really must. No, honey, okay? No, we don't, okay? We don't for a long time, okay? We just like everybody else, just trying to survive, just trying to pay our bills, struggling to get through. And I'm actually like cutting my travel, cutting my trips, cutting my expenses even more. Heck, I haven't even driven out of my house in like 5 or 6 days. Remember, y'all, I said when gas gets $5 on the pump, $5 a gallon, I would not drive. I'm done. Remember, I made that Domino's pizza mukbang video when I said I'm done at $5. Predicted it. I told you it was gonna. Okay, I'm just saying. No one listens to the psychic. Nobody even cares to listen to the psychic. Okay, but I'm just saying. By the way, if you want a tarot reading, TonyBomboni.com. Okay, anyway, I'm just saying. The majority of people who've done readings with me, they said it didn't make sense at first. Months later, every time, without fail, they messaged me saying, "You are dang right. This happened exactly the way you said it would." I'm just saying. No one listens to the psychic. Okay, anyway. Not to boast, but yeah, anyway. Moving on, I said I was done at 5, right? So I come back from my trip. What do I see? Oh my God, like in Miami, it was like 6 at the pump and 7 for diesel. Oh, Lord have mercy. Like, I find I'm doing this every day now. Like, literally. Every day I wake up, I'm like, what else am I going to hear about what's going on? Consistently. Every day it feels like it's aging you like 10 days. No joke. I'm being conservative with that. How about 10 months? Okay. Things are happening so quick, you don't even know what came through the next day. Even Europe, I'm hearing Germany, what was it? One of the highest inflation numbers, Czech Republic, I think United Kingdom, they've been going through it, okay? Like a lot. And I'm just wondering, how are people surviving? How are people getting through? How are people doing it? I'm really genuinely thinking that people be cutting meals. And I even hear that allegedly there's no like food in some pantries anymore. And I'm like, whoa, how are people doing it? I haven't heard from even old friends. They haven't reached out. I know they were struggling. They never reached out and told me anything. Maybe honestly, sometimes it's a pride thing. I know, I get it. Like when people go through hardship, it's like they don't want to admit or confess they're going through it. They don't want to like admit they have a problem they're going through, But when it happens, it happens. And, I've just been listening to like finance guys and experts like every day, and like people just talking about the issue preppers, and like every day for like hours a day I'm just like absorbing as much information as I can possible on a mix of everything going on, and trying to absorb and like collect my own analysis of what actually could be occurring, along with my own intuitive prediction, of course. Like, you have to listen to your own intuition. Obviously everyone has an intuitive predictor in their brain that can decipher what's going to go down, and I saw this coming. I've been shouting it, and I've been doing the best I can, but like, wow, the other day a transformer blew in my street when it was really hot, like 100 degrees, and it was still like middle of spring, and I'm like, whoa. It made me realize how unprepared I still am. Like, when your power don't go out in the middle of the heat, that's how you know how unprepared you are. And there's been this heat wave that's been hitting the whole country, and yesterday was brutal. It got to 103 here, and I'm used to the heat, but that was like, I don't know, that felt like 113 at least to me. Just my opinion. That was something else. With the humidity, it gets real bad. So it made me realize like what I need to be doing more, right? What I need to be working on more, and for me and my survival and family survival. So that's why I say, like, I'm doing everything I can. These videos, my website, anything. I'm enjoying every moment, every waking hour and day of this good life, like lighting and like, while I can, because nothing is promised. Tomorrow's not promised. This could go out for 5 years if we get hit with enough of a solar flare or something, like, knock on wood, God forbid, if that ever happens in the future, by some dumb misfortune, happen chance, bad luck. You need to, that's my mentality now, is preparation. And although, here's where I'm finally getting to my point, okay? In a way, I'm kind of comforting you in a different way, okay? I will comfort you, don't worry. But I'm comforting you first in a tough love way, like, you need to know this information. Knowing that you're not alone. I'm going through it. I may appear like I have it all, and I have my stuff together and my ducks in a row in order. Honey, I'm going through it too, okay? Like, I may not appear that way. It's probably the Virgo in me. I'm going through it too, okay? Like, yeah. You ever watch my past videos, like 2013, 14? I was dead broke. I could hardly afford a cup of coffee. And I appeared like I had it all. I had the makeup. I had the outfit. I appeared like I had it all. Honey, did you see my bank account at that time? Laugh out loud. So, you can never assume, okay? You can never assume about a person and what they're going through. So that's why I don't judge anymore. I don't even judge the crazy person on the street corner, because you know what? I'm not going to pretend like that wasn't me at one point, okay? Like, acting all erratic and wild and goofy and kooky. And like, yeah, I was going through mental health issues a few years ago, like severe. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Like, yeah, the panic attacks were real. Like, it was horrible. So, you can only judge if you haven't been through the pain. So, I'm over time, I'm slowly learning, still human, slowly learning to judge less, to not judge a book by its cover. Even if a person appears to have it all and all their stuff together, it's not most times reality. So, or they're like hiding and masking insecurity or deep flaws or pain. So, life itself is suffering. So we're all in this, literally in this hot mess together. I know that's like, oversaid, but yeah, we literally are. Like, no one's getting out of this alive, honey, okay? Everyone's affected. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you make. I don't care what you have. I don't care if you have 10 inheritances waiting for you. We're all being affected, okay? So, in some way, this is affecting many people's mental health. And I'm here to tell you, like, from someone who gotten through, like, the worst of the worst type of struggle. mindset, mentality, and all of the above, it can be overcome. Talk to people who are going through the same thing. That's the number one thing that helped me get through, is not being alone, not isolating myself, even though I want to sometimes. To this day, you know, someone says something wrong to you, it hits your ego in a certain type of way, you feel a type of way, and now you don't want to talk to this person. It's not the person that you should hate. It's not you should hate either. Okay? You're just going through a human experience as this soul in this meat bag of a body, right? I learned not to take things so deeply, so personally over time. Like, you know, you could be affected financially now because these high price increases, you know. It's not personal to you. There's no vendetta against you and your finances. Everyone's being hit. And I want you to know that, number one, you're not alone. And number two, you will overcome. You will get through this. Our family never thought we could get over the '08 crisis. We did. And we ended up probably, I wouldn't say richer after, but we ended up like better off in many ways, right? Like my family had to separate at the time. Like a few years after that, you know, because you still feel the effects a few years after a crisis, right? I ended up getting my own home, moving away to another state. Like we may not have been wealthier as a family, but we were better off, right? So there's wealth in other ways, not just your pocket. Okay? Because when I was 23, I was the top 1% earner for my age. Yeah, I was making more money than 99% of kids my age at 23. And I was horribly miserable. I was in so much pain inside. And you could just see the sadness from my eyes. Maybe to this day, because, you know, that time in my life deeply influenced me. I felt like so alone, top of a mountain, no one to talk to, depression, anxiety, like an MFER. Had no hope, no purpose of living. And I was at like my peak, my best, you know, I was really like, I mean, that was even a point in my life where I was like, I couldn't even go to the store without someone being like, Tony Bomboni. It was horrible. Like, yeah. When you have that much anxiety, that's like the worst thing that could happen is like, oh, now someone can see my anxiety. Oh, I want to hide, you know? And so I never talked about it until now, but that was not a nice place to be. So I realized that wasn't the answer. Everything I was dreaming of and chasing after was not the answer. And it was all a big fat lie. And I was just running from my own insecurity and deep pain. And looking back, I get it now. It makes sense. But like when you're living it at the time, you don't know what you're going through. But when you look back, you're like, yeah, you were just a kid. But I wish I had someone at the time to talk to. But anyway, you know what's funny? Even looking back now, it's like earning that much at that age would mean nothing now because of how everything has gotten, you know? It's like, wow, that's pretty much worthless now. It's like toilet paper, right? You could just wipe the dollar bill on your bum. I mean, it's like useless now, right? I like to imagine for comfort now is like, it's just like a video game token, like Animal Crossing bells. It's just like play money. Like at this point, you know, you could sell your house. Like I could sell right now and like double my profit instantly and feel rich for a little while. But like, it's gonna go in the trash in like a few months anyway. Like what's the point, you know? So I like to think that I'm not even working for money anymore. I'm just kind of working just to part of my happiness and to help people. That's all I look at it now. That's all I perceive what I'm doing now. People had that rush, like a lotto ticket, that thrill. They sold their home, they bought the RV, they went on vacation, and then they lost it all, you know? And now they're wondering where the next meal is going to come from, just like '08, you know? And not everyone, of course. There's still a lot of people doing very well. I'm very understanding of that and actually getting richer and richer and richer. But that's not most people, okay? So if you're those people, good for you. If you have that much, hey, you want to book a service on my website, feel free. Jokes aside, most people are, that's not their boat. Like 95% of people in the world, that's not the case, right? I'm talking to those 95 right now in this video. That's why I said this video is not for everyone, of course. But yeah, the struggle is real. There's comfort in knowing that you're not alone and that you will overcome. We will all overcome. And things are changing. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe there's going to be a new thing in place that changes everything, a new system in place, allegedly, that, will make things different, okay? But for now, I'm just imagining, like, life is just like a game and play money. That's it. Like, you cannot be too heavily invested and attached in this body, in this human three-dimensional experience. You're going to get so caught and trapped into it, you might as well go in a virtual world. I mean, okay, like, no, you cannot attach to it too heavily, too deeply, too emotionally. You gotta witness and observe right now, okay? You gotta witness and observe your life for what it is, and that this is just a vessel for your soul, okay? I don't want you to get so in much pain that you forget who you are, and that's why fasting is good. Lately, I've been doing intermittent fasting. Hold on. 12 hours a day. No food, just water. And that's if I'm thirsty, right? Which is pretty easy to do overnight. I do go to bed pretty early, but a lot of times when I go to bed, it's like I'm still in bed for like 2, 3, sometimes max 4 hours. Obviously getting up from time to time. I'm not just like sitting there like a veggie. But I'm scrolling through, listening to my prepper videos and stuff like that. Finance. Stuff that interests me now as a boring adult. Telling it like it is, okay? But from like, let's say 9, 10 o'clock to 9, 10 o'clock. So at night, 9, 10 o'clock to 9, 10 in the morning, no food whatsoever. And I noticed I lost 6 pounds because I got like really sick in Mexico, and I like flushed a lot of weight, water fluid and stuff like that. So my belly got a little flatter, yes. Maybe people noticed on my OnlyFans, I don't know. But anyway, oh hush. Yeah, so I feel skinnier. I feel like I can see actually like individual muscles now, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, oh, you see that? Like, that bulge was not there before. What is that? Like, I feel skinny. It's actually scaring me. I'm like, oh, I need to gain weight again. But yeah, I went from like 147 to 141, so I was like, wow, that came as a shock. But I feel better. I feel like more energy, but it scares me still because, sometimes I can get like dizzy if I don't eat that much. But intermittent fasting, good for even for people allegedly with diabetes. That's what I heard. I have blood sugar issues. I don't know if I have the whole thing, but like, yeah, I think it helped with that dramatically. But that's my point. I'm getting to my point. I'm sorry it takes me so long. I'm like Rose in the Golden Girls, like, get to the point, Rose. When Dorothy says that to her, that's me. Like, I'm Rose. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a ditz, a blonde. It takes me a while. I like to share a story. Maybe I'm oversharing because I'm deep down inside lonely. Whatever. Okay, that's why people say they think I'm like an old person because anyway, I'm always doing that, okay? It's weird. But moving on, getting to my point. See, it even took me forever to get to my point. I'm sorry. All right, this is gonna take a while. This video is gonna take a while. My point is, poopsie. What is the point? Nothing is the point. If you think about it, everything's a joke. Everything's a lie. Nothing's a point anyway. We've all been lied to all our lives anyway, allegedly. My point is that intermittent fasting is very good for you. I've been doing 12 hours a day. And it actually can help train you to even eat less. So like if you really, I've been even working slowly on eating less. I'm like, okay, if there really is going to be an issue, like they say there's going to be like food shortages and stuff like that allegedly, I might as well start preparing now for like if I need to do the rations for SH, how do you call it? I can never say it. Like it's like, yeah, SHTF. I might as well prepare for like not 3 but 2 meals a day, okay? I've been overeating and binging and desserts and drinks, and I'm like, you don't need to be doing all that every day, all day. And just because you feel hungry doesn't mean you gotta eat. You know, sometimes you gotta sit in that little bit of an hour or two if you can hold it, that hunger, even in between meals, instead of grabbing for that hot Cheeto snack. I'm very guilty of that. Or going through that drive-through. There are moments I get really lazy and kind of just like honestly tired of life sometimes, and I get like really down some days. I've always been like that, on and off. Like some days I'll be like ecstatic, like today I feel pretty good, and then some days I'll be like, oh my god, I hate my life so much, I don't want to keep doing this anymore. So I've been always in and out all my life. I don't have any like diagnosis or something. I just like, I like to live my life and imagine I'm just having the human experience, a spiritual experience. I don't like to attach labels to myself and say I'm this type of person, I have this problem, I'm bipolar or something. Like, no, honey, I'm who I am. I love myself regardless. I accept myself who I am. I think that's what helped me get through my craziness, is knowing that I am who I am no matter what. And you know, as long as you're not hurting someone, you're fine. Okay, so, or yourself. Okay, so I've done the work. I'm continuing to do the work. No one wants to do the work. I love it personally, although it sucks, it's painful, it's hard, it's tedious, it's long, it's annoying, it's boring. I like doing the work. I like doing it slowly. You know, I'm my own best therapist. I'm my own best friend, right? You got to treat yourself like that. You got to love yourself like that. If you need time off, take care of yourself. Take time away, even if it's like a paycheck cut. You know, you got to do it. You got to take care of you, boo-boo. No one's going to do it for you. I realize slowly with time, no one really cares about you. Did they text you today if you have food to eat today? No, I haven't heard from my old friends. Did they ask you if you're okay, if you're healthy? Do you need something? Do you need a blanket? Do you need shelter? Do you need food, water? No. No one really cares, because they're too busy caring about themselves. They're too busy looking out for themselves and loving themselves. And that's what we all should be doing. We should be there for someone. I'm not saying be an isolated person and, you know, don't talk to anyone. But I'm saying, like, you gotta look out for you, and then you can look out for others, okay? And this is why I like to help, because I want to be that one person in a bundle of people who's at least reaching out and helping and always asking. I'm the type of person who's always asking for help, always taking care of other people's needs. Again, that could be deep down inside, like me feeling deep down inside lonely. I don't really get lonely, but like deep down inside, there must be something there, because they say lonely people do that. They always be helping others over themselves. They take long hot showers. They're oversharing even their personal lives. Like sometimes I'll even be crying in front of a stranger sharing my life story. Okay, yeah, so that may appear erratic, but you know, sometimes when you bottle up a lot of stress, you just gotta let it out. All right, we're all different. We're all different kind of people. No, I'm not saying I go in public and share my personal private life story to just anyone. No, I'm too shy for that. But I'm saying, like, if I just meet someone after a few days or a week, I'll probably just like share what I'm going through, because I'm so happy that I met that person that's willing to listen. You know, you'd be surprised. You don't know who has someone to listen to or not today. I definitely don't. So yeah. Besides very, very, very small, very, very minuscule circle of people, which I even hardly hear from nowadays, and family, I have no one. You guys, I just have you guys. I love listening to you, reading your comments. That's why I do the bookings, so I can reach out to more people. You know, like it really is, and I don't just do it for that, obviously, but you know what I mean. It's part of my happiness. It's part of why I set my life up the way I did. Anyway, it's not about me. I'm getting to my point. My point is that, look, I've been going through a lot of pain too. I'm sure you have as well if you're still watching. I'm sure you've been through it a lot. You're not alone. I'm oversharing because I want you to know you're not alone. That literally there's millions, maybe billions of people going through what I'm going through as well. Okay, maybe you're one of them. Maybe you have such a personal related story and experience to what I'm going through that you literally feel like a soul sister to me. Cool, you know, this is what this video is for, to tell you that I am a consciousness being, you're a consciousness being. We're both having the same similar experiences. Awesome. I'm here. You're here, right? Like, we're reflections of each other. We're literally going through similar things, okay? Not exactly the same, but similar. So why should you feel alone? Why should I feel alone, right? When we're both sharing it. We're in this together, right? Like, that gives me comfort rather than, oh my God, my $10,000 investment It's not gaining yields. I can't HODL this stock anymore. Oh, my coin crypto is crashing. Let's forget about that old life. That's the old earth, honey. Now is the new earth. You know, now we are transforming and shifting into such a big, bright, beautiful, abundant life that we're going to evolve beyond all that random crap we used to go through, worrying about things, fearing things. Forget that nonsense. Brush that crap off your shoulders, and you lift that chin, honey. You're gonna walk into that school, you're gonna walk into that workplace, you're gonna walk into that job application. You're gonna say, I am worthy, I am deserving of this job. I am able to go after my dreams. I'm able to earn more money. I'm able to survive these changes. No one's gonna hold me back. No one's gonna stop me. No one's gonna tell me what to do, what not to do. No one can tell me what to do, because I'm this confidant and I'm this person that is able. Sometimes I like to imagine myself like a person that is just so confident, not full of themselves, not living in like too much ego. There's a healthy amount you got to live with, but someone that just says, you know what, I'm this warrior, king or queen that can accomplish. If you imagine yourself in high heels, in like a really nice outfit or dress, and just see yourself taller, just shoulders back, and you just say, I'm capable, I'm qualified, I'm able. Sometimes you just going through so much pain. You gotta give yourself that positive affirmation. You gotta tell yourself, yes, I'm able to overcome. I'm able to get through. Price increase or not, 13% or something inflation, based on whatever country you're in, or not, 8%, 10%, 50%, 100%. I'm able to afford that thing. I'm able to work to get the things I need to survive these changes. And money will just come to me. Even if I don't work, it will just come easily and effortlessly. I know sometimes you gotta live in fantasy land, but that's honestly how I attracted my life, is living in fantasy land half the time, because otherwise I wouldn't even know what else to do, because I guess that's like a coping mechanism, is you have to be positive, sometimes over positive, to get through difficulties in life. But anyway, that's besides the point. My point is, you gotta sometimes overcompensate. You gotta say, you know what, instead of choosing pain, I'm gonna choose positivity. I'm gonna choose that as a form of pleasure in my life to get to where I need to be. I'm gonna choose, yes, it's a choice. You have the choice today to be a victim to your circumstances, to get caught in the drain of life, or you're gonna empower yourself. You're gonna get out of that drain you've been circling around for so many years. You know, that drain. Yeah. You're not going to get in that hole anymore. You're not going to go back to that ex. You're not going to go back into poverty. You're not going to go back into that old, horrible relationship you've been in. You're going to say, even if I'm single, even if I have no one else in my life, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to overcome. I'm going to be able to afford the life I'm dreaming of. I'm going to be able to have the life because I deserve it, because I believe in myself, and I empower myself now to not be a victim to my circumstances, but to get over, to get through. This is how I'm comforting you. I'm not comforting you like, oh, it's okay, honey. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Like most people, most ASMR artists, it's okay. It's okay. All they know how to say is it's okay. No, honey, I'm sorry. That don't work. That's a band-aid on a big bloody wound. You gotta remind yourself who you are. You gotta remind yourself who you are. Yes, we're gonna remind you who you are today. That's the comfort. That's the tough, loving comfort I'm here to give to you today, is to remind you who you are. Hold on. You're this badass warrior queen. Yes, you are. Or king. Okay. Or both. Or none. Okay. I respect everyone's opinions of who they think they are. If you're a potato today, you're a potato. I love you anyway, okay? Okay, I love everyone watching. All my poopsies are appreciated. You're all beautiful. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're 100 pounds or 500,000. You are beautiful. I love you. I respect you. You are amazing. Okay? And I think this made everyone realize that whatever we're going through, we're all going through. You notice even in 2 years ago, whatever you're going through, we're all going through. That kind of similar thing. Community, one consciousness, one world. And it almost makes you forget about your other problems. You notice that? Like your old traumas, your old pain. It's like, wow, that all of a sudden is irrelevant because I'm so focused on like being able to afford this new world, right? But you notice how we got over the thing 2 years ago? Now we're gonna get over this, right? Like, there's a pattern. Just remember, you're gonna get over the wave, right? Same pattern. Do you notice? So I want you to realize that you're not that. Don't identify as that thing. You're not that sine wave or whatever it's called. You are getting through. You are the progression of. You're progressing to literally a new spiritual world. And how beautiful and abundant on the other side of that will be. Okay? And we'll make it somehow. All right? I'm here for you. I'm reading all your comments. You are loved today. Remember to hold your hand over your heart chakra, and I love you. Say that. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Really mean it. Tap into you. That's more important than what's in your wallet. Who cares about that anymore? That's irrelevant. You notice, like, even like YouTubers like posting Louis Vuitton and stuff, like, they don't even do that anymore, first of all. Second of all, it's like, who cares? Like, that's so irrelevant now that it's like, it's hilarious. That's an old world. You see the difference now? I know I'm talking deeply spiritual here, but we're realizing now what really matters. The food we eat, what we consume. We're cutting back on eating certain things that's not good for us. I know I even get like, you ever notice yourself, you getting physically sick if you're eating something you used to be able to eat, now you can't, or drink? Same here. You ever notice that? We're evolving, we're changing. There's so many even like different planetary alignments that are in whack right now, messing everything up. So patience, love, kindness with yourself. You're getting through, it's like getting through an illness, like you overcoming the illness of the old world and you're shifting to the new. So I want you to remember that, okay? I know times are hard. People are like maxing out their credit cards. People are like pulling out loans and like pulling out equity in their homes and like doing everything they can just to survive. I know it's hard to save now more than ever. It really is. Investments are just flapping left and right, allegedly. Like, I know it's like you don't even know what to do anymore. I get it. But with this together, we can overcome. The top 1% or whatever made it somehow. So can you. Okay? You don't have to be in that top whatever percent, but you can make it through, right? Focus now on your values, what really matters, because none of that stuff will matter in the future anyway. It's getting to that point. It's getting to that breaking point where none of that will matter anyway. It's just play. It's just tokens. It's just play. It's just like a imaginary child with their plush toys. It's just play. What matters to you in your heart? What matters to you when you were a child? Tap into that. You know, now that everyone's stuck at home because of them gas prices, I definitely am seeing it. I mean, there's way less cars on the road. Get some board game or something. You know, like, do what you enjoyed doing as a kid. You know, tap into that. It's time to tap into the enjoyment, right? There's too much pain in the world. There's too much suffering. Horrible things happen every day. All we got sometimes is what's on our hearts. What do you enjoy? I want you to amplify that. Amplify the enjoyment, and your positive energy that you amplify will be sent out into this world and this universe and spread to others. You'd be surprised. Love always conquers fear and negativity. Light always wins. Always. I know it's hard to see it now, but it always does. You have to trust and believe. I trust in my God in Christ Jesus. That's my personal belief and opinion. Not here to say like you should too. I'm not that kind of person. Again, I'm neutral. You can't force change. Same with your life. You cannot force change in your life. So many years I was forcing things to change in my life, and I was never happy. I shared my story earlier in this video. You get it. That's applicable to everyone else. You have to let pain flow sometimes. You have to overcome. It's like healing a broken arm. 6 weeks or whatever, however long. You can't make 6 weeks in 6 days and get up and expect you're going to do the same thing and have the same mobility and function. No. That's same with financially. If something's hitting your wallet right now hard, you can't expect an overnight miracle. Unless you win the lotto, but even then it's like most people lose it because they don't know how to manage money, right? Even your mindset about money, even your mindset about survival, it takes time. It took me some time, even listening to prepper videos, to actually take action and start getting prepared. I didn't even want to believe it at first. I thought, oh, crazy people, theorists who were just, trying to get a click and a view. No, they were right. So, I'm not saying everyone's right, but you know what I mean. I want you to realize things do really take time, okay? You cannot change overnight. We're evolutionary beings, but we're adaptable beings. Did you know humans are adaptable? We can overcome, even like heat outside. We're going to get used to this type of heat, okay? We're adaptable creatures, but it takes slowly over time, okay? So if you want to change habits financially you're having now, maybe it hurts to cut back that $9 Starbucks infinite sign, Apple logo, latte choco mocha, frappuccino, grande that you'd be drinking every day. Maybe instead of every day, every other day, and then once a week, and then once a month. Now's the time to live more sustainable, what that means to you, and cut back on the non-necessities. And it's going to hurt if you do it cold turkey, so I don't recommend it. I really don't. You're an adaptable creature. You need to do it slowly over time, okay? And I know it sucks that you have to even think about cutting back or, but for some of you, realistically, yeah, we do need to, okay? And then we realized in the long term, it was actually healthier for us. It was better for us to begin with, We don't need all those things. I just came back from some parts of Mexico and I realized wow, people are actually genuinely happier here. And they don't even have nearly as much as some people in the United States, for example, or other countries, right? Oh, my dog is making the funniest face. He just laid down and he's looking at me and he's going like this. That is so funny. Oh my God. He's just making the funniest face. So cute. You're so cute. You're a good boy. Oh. Okay, anyway. How simple they live. I'm like, wow, this is all I need. So coming back home, I was looking around. I'm like, yeah, some changes need to be made. Let's be putting it that way, okay? So yeah, it feels good. I'm already 5-6 days at home, straight. I haven't even left the house. I'm just this area and just walking my street and that's it. No car. I'm even considering honestly getting the bicycle to go to the nearest dollar store just to get what I need and go back. I used to do that. Yeah, it actually felt good. And you get exercise. You're not lazy. You're spending less. And it makes you more frugal because then you're only going to go for 2 bags at most, whatever your bike can handle, right? And you buy only what you need. And it feels good. And I could have easily spent maybe, I don't know, $500, $1,000 in this time, but I didn't because I sat at home, right? I cooked my own meals with what I had, and I used what I already had in the fridge left over, and it felt great. Honestly, it felt great. I do enjoy cooking, so maybe this gives you an idea of how to start slowly if you haven't already. I know it takes time to wake up to the reality of things sometimes. I know it's you're in denial sometimes because you don't want to accept this is happening. But guess what? We have to swallow our pride sometimes. We all have it. And we have to admit when we have a problem and that, there's things we can do to overcome. So I hope this was a mix of spiritual but realistic type of message as well. To kind of create that comfort, not comfort, yeah, comfort, but comfort knowing that not just covering it with a band-aid, but knowing that we can make the changes we need now that are uncomfortable, but that looking back will make us more comfortable. Okay? If you can grow a garden, that would be great. That's not something I do. I know I need to do that eventually. I don't know how. I'm not good at it. But yeah, I do need to research or get on board with that eventually someday because, yeah. I mean, it's already, my opinion, maybe too late, but like, because even the season changes, it's like, it's too hot here to even be doing that for most things, so the soil is very sandy here, and it's full of seashells. I'm not really that far above sea level, so it's like near impossible unless I have like a raised bed or a greenhouse, but that's not natural, so I'm kind of hoping to do it naturally, but certain herbs or foods you can with this type of environment, but then you attract other things and pests, and it's just a whole mess. So it's a whole science, and I just don't honestly have the time to learn that science. So that's why I say, like, whatever's meant to happen. If I'm meant to be here in the next few years, so be it. If not, if it's like, I'm at peace if it's my time, right? Like, I just, like, sometimes you have to accept your circumstance or fate sometimes, and that's just how it is, and that's just the evolution, the cycle of life. And as you progress as soul, your soul decides, okay, I no longer want to be here, I'm going to do something else elsewhere in another realm or world. Okay. But again, not a helpless victim, but realizing that there's a balance of, like, you have to accept fate sometimes, and you have to accept that you can change that fate as well. It doesn't have to be that way, and I'm working on it, right? I'm working on doing my best to enjoy life here while I can, and doing best to enjoy every waking moment while I can, and every blessing. We look around and we still have our roof, most likely, if you're watching this video, or you have your phone or your device, you're watching your car. I know a lot of people even got to living in RVs and cars now, that sort of new lifestyle, frugal lifestyle. It's fun. It doesn't have to be suffering. It can be enjoyable to know that you save that money today. If it helps, you can withdraw cash, and just, it hurts more to spend the cash sometimes for some people. So you balance the budget books more when you do that, counting cash in envelopes, envelope folding, or whatever they call it, envelope stuffing, I think. You do what you gotta do now. You crunch the numbers. If you have to get an advisor on board, do it. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not listen to me for advice. This is entertainment purposes, relaxation purposes only. That's a disclaimer. I have to disclose that. I'm here to just give you that reassurance, I suppose. Okay? I'm not the best type of person to give you comfort. Like, it's okay, honey. It's going to be okay. You get the point. You get the picture. I want to provide a different kind of comfort. I hope that made sense. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed filming this for you. And again, if you'd like to book services for me, helps me survive as well and keep going making this stuff for you. TonyBomboni.com. So much on there that you can check out. Be blessed. Stay safe. Be well. And I guess, in a way, sometimes there's nothing we can do in control. With change in life, there's nothing we can do with these changes. What we can do is only what we can do under our own roof for ourselves. Thanks for watching.